You've probably heard the phrase, "It's not always just about you." The expert report is not just an expression of your opinions for your own satisfaction. Until you fully understand the legal process, you will not realize how greatly the words you choose and the way in which you form your sentences will affect the legal results. Your attorneys, and the opposing attorneys particularly, will look more closely at what you say and how you say it than any English teacher you ever had. Simplistically, your attorney wants to be able to quote things you say to help him make his case. The opposing attorney would love to be able to quote things you say that are either wrong or poorly expressed. He would also love it if you provide him with ammunition for cross-examination. He wants to hear sentences or adjectives that make you sound uncertain, and that may even enable him to use your words to support opposing points of view. And yes, that happens. You have to be careful. When you write an expert report, you must protect yourself against future attack. You want to convey information effectively about what you have done in your work. The opposing attorney will eventually try to discredit what you have to say and or how you said it. Your attorney will want your help in dealing with the other side's expert. You will have the task of reading the opposing expert's report and looking for weak technical work or wording that your retaining attorney can undermine or attack. Your goal in reviewing the other expert's report is to identify the technical strengths and weaknesses found there. This will help your attorney in his effort to discredit the other expert and or his work. Knowing what to include in your own expert report should make obvious what omissions or errors to look for in the other expert's report. In an argument with a spouse or a significant other, you do not usually get away with saying things like, "You always say that," or "You never do that." With an attorney, you will not get into an argument. Instead, he will ask you to explain why you believe that something is always or never true, and why it is that no exceptions exist. Is nothing else really possible, Mr. Expert? Don't paint yourself into a corner that way. Avoid absolutes unless a condition about which you are talking is truly a sure thing with no exceptions. Just remember that that is pretty rare. You have to maneuver carefully with your opinions. You do have to sound confident. You do have to be sure of your opinion. Using hedging words or phrases is a common weakness in expert reports. In your reconstruction of an event, or as the result of your tests and analyses, you may reach a firm conclusion. Well, say so, in your opinion. Don't use words like seemingly, or potentially, or possibly, or maybe, or even phrases like "it appears that," or "it may be that," or "it usually is the case that." If you use phrases and words like these, then I can assure you that your opinion will not be very helpful. The other attorney will interrogate you about alternative ways to interpret your opinion. He will use your own hedging phraseology to suggest that your opinion should not be taken as credible, confident, or convincing. Why should the jury be convinced if you don't even sound convinced? You may now wonder exactly how to express your opinion when you do not believe that something is 100% certain, but that you are confident is or was true. Here is the answer. The strongest and most acceptable phraseology in a court of law when expressing each of your opinions is to qualify that you are stating the opinion, quote, "to a reasonable degree of scientific certainty," end quote, or, quote, "to a reasonable degree of medical certainty," end quote.